Good morning, everyone. Luis Concepcion here with Strategic Profit Line Trading, coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 23. Here's our agenda for the week. I'll go ahead and I'll cover the news, provide a market overview of the indices. Earnings season is pretty much over. We only have 69 companies reporting this week. However, we're about 2 weeks away from earnings season picking up again, so shall get interesting. So expect possibly a slow 2 week grinding unless something catalyst of news comes out to affect the markets. Here's our week 22 results. Went 3-0, provided 16 zones, and no entry was 13. Here's the earnings outlook for the week. Again, a slow week and a slow week on news as well. Do my best to provide you with some zones that will hit this week. And I went ahead and I added the 3 zones that hit this week. That was for crowd and 5. Moving into our news, starting with Monday, as you can see, we have no news impacting the US markets, so it should be a slow day when it comes to news. Same thing on Tuesday. So we got Monday and Tuesday with nothing impacting us from a news perspective. Now, starting with Wednesday, you can see pre-market, we have core CPI, 3 different reports of that. So we may have some volatility pre-market, and that should cause some volatility into the open. For those of you trading futures or forex, you can see the British pound has a report in the evening, so be mindful of that. Then moving on to Thursday, we have more PPI reports. Those are also pre-market. So Wednesday and Thursday are going to be the big days. You need to pay attention to the pre-market movement that we get. And we also have unemployment claims that can cause some volatility at the open. Then finally on Friday, we got consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. And that's going to be 30 minutes after the open. So be mindful of that when you are trading Friday morning. Now, getting into the charts for the week, starting with the SPX, as you can see, we finally hit that monumental number of 6,000 again. We will see if we will continue to all-time highs. However, this zone has finally been broken. So with that being said, the first supply zone I have for you, which is the last one in this SPY or the SPX, is 6113.36 to 6151.35. In the event they elect to turn the market around, the first demand zone I have for you is 5691.71 to 5579. For my more aggressive traders, you can also play the 5825.75 to 5765.88. Moving on to the NASDAQ as well has finished getting through this zone. It did that this week. Last supply zone I have for you is 22071.21 to 22222.61. In the event it breaks that, the NASDAQ will go ahead and make all-time highs. Same thing with the NASDAQ. I'll put this zone on there right now. As a matter of fact, given that the NASDAQ is a faster moving market, going to give you a different zone. It's going to be this one. 2879.5 to 2605.75. In the event of an overshoot, the next level I have for you on the demand side is going to be 2170.63 to 19595.17. Moving on to the Dow Jones or the DJX, as you can see that this zone is excuse me, has worked once, twice, 3 times. You can play that zone, and I'll give it to you. That's going to be 425.55 to 431.71. However, for a higher probability area, we're going to use the 432.38 to 440.40. As you can see, the Dow Jones is nowhere near its all-time highs, being weaker than the SPY and NASDAQ. For demand, I really don't have any demand for you till 362. There is a level right here as well. Just realize that it's not as strong. So that level being 392.76 to 378.14. Then moving on to the mighty rut. Finally hit our level on Friday. That level being 2133.34 to 2203.35. As you can see, the rut has a long way to go to get to its all-time highs. Um, Pretty much staying in the in a sideways range like always, and then the demand zone is going to be at 1891.59 to 1821.10. Moving on to earnings for the week. The first company I have for you, and this is going to be on Monday morning before the open, is MPA, ticker symbol MPAA. And on the demand side, 9.52 to 8.15, 8.15. On the supply side, 12.93 to 13.73. Next company I have for you is Calavo. This is going to be Monday after the market. Ticker symbol CVGW. On the demand side, 22.54 to 21.45. And on the supply side, 37.02 to 38.97. In the event of an overshoot on demand, you have a level here at 15 to 10.5. Next company I'm covering for you is Lakeland, ticker symbol LAKE, also reporting on Monday afternoon. On the demand side, 11.45 to 10.60. On the supply side, 23.11 to 23.99. Next company I have for you is Smucker's Jelly, reporting Tuesday morning, ticker symbol SJM. On the demand side, 87.23 to 81.46. On the supply side, 139.27 to 147.65. Next company I have for you is CNM, Core and Main. It is sitting in supply, so be mindful of this for earnings. This will be an aggressive level. However, if we start turning around, you can utilize this during the week, and that's going to be 59.29 to 61.29. On the demand side, 38.87 to 31.17. Moving on to Tuesday afternoon, next company I have for you is GitLab, ticker symbol GTLB. On the demand side, 37.42 to 32.62. On the supply side, 73.26 to 78.62. Next company I have for you is David Buster's, ticker symbol PLAY. On the demand side, 7.71 to 4.25. On the supply side, 35.20 to 37.38. Moving on to Wednesday morning, first company I have for you is Chewy, ticker symbol CHWY. All right. Next company I have for you is Chewy, ticker symbol CHWY. On the demand side, 44.72 to 43.07. Next company I have for you is Victoria's Secret, ticker symbol VSCO. On the demand side, 14.72 to 13.59. On the supply side, 40.48 to 42.90. Moving on to Wednesday afternoon, Oracle, ticker symbol ORCL. On the demand side, 150.69 to 145.30. In the event of an overshoot, you have a level at 114.09 to 109.72. On the supply side, 190.22 to 198.74. Next company I have for you is Oxford, ticker symbol OXM. On the demand side, 43.92 to 37.61. On the supply side, 71.02 to 78 even. Moving on to Thursday, first company I have for you is Adobe, ticker symbol ADBE. On the demand side, it's been sitting here for a while, 385.48 to 318.40. The first supply zone I have for you is 541.72 to 557.78. And the last company I have for you this week is RH. On the demand side, 143.26 to 72.83. On the supply side, 364.73 to 389.01. With that said, that's going to do it for us this week. Feel free to follow us on social media and then follow my blog. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email me. Check out the website for upcoming courses and classes. And do me a favor, don't forget to hit that like button. Till next time, happy trading.